everyone. You're watching Ultimate Challenges, and I'm your host, The Coach. Taking you the rest of the way, here's Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis. Brandon.
We will begin this challenge in the third quarter with 3 minutes remaining. You're only down 3 points. You've got the ball on your own 25-yard line. As we get set here, 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. Looking downfield for Jones. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Williams. And the Niners are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
Once again, it's Mostert. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Got a man, that's Ayuk. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And the Rams defense gets to him again behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
They'll try and run for it. This is Juszczyk. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. On the return is Reed. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the 3rd quarter of action. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Looking downfield for Jones. And this is caught on the sideline. Are the feet in? They are. What a catch. A big play there for L.A. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And a strange one here, a little befuddled. They're sending out the field goal unit now. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the 1st quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this 4th quarter.
Whenever I see an in route dropped, as we just saw on that play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, they're worried about what's coming at them because they're going towards traffic on that route as opposed to being away from it and maybe having a little bit more space.
Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off 29. All tied up. Less than 2 minutes to go. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They've got it first and goal, looking to take the lead here in the late going. The Hall of Famer's kick is good, and they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the fourth, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they managed the clock exactly right.
And he's able to get this across. The 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Clock running here, under 90 seconds to go. Garoppolo to throw. Open man is Ayuk, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big play there on the catch and run. Now Garoppolo. He's got Ayuk once again. That catch good for only a couple.
I like the thought process. I like the design, but I think he may have waited a little too long to spot his man, because if you're going to run that drag route, you've got to put it on him and let him turn upfield. Instead, he waits until his receiver's too close to the sideline, and they don't get the...
Oh, no, he lost the football. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week in practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball is so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. To throw, it's Lance. Looking left side, and it's complete. And finally out of bounds, just a few yards short of the goal line at the 3. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown. They have to love seeing that from their young quarterback here in the 4th quarter, able to further that lead with a touchdown pass.
He didn't go turtle, did he? And you know what I mean by that.
Hey, folks, it's the coach here. Welcome back for another exciting matchup in Madden Ultimate Team.
And off we go from SoFi Stadium. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. They'll be led out by the former number 3 overall pick back in 2021. It's Trey Lance.
And what I'm looking for from him today, the things every quarterback is looking to do. Lead his team to a victory. Doesn't matter whether he's throwing it, running it, handing it off, however he has to do it, as well as exhibiting some leadership, that's what he's trying to accomplish.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Lance. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. A big play there for L.A.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure's good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
I really like the angles that the tacklers came from on that play. They secured inside, took away the cutback. The sideline's there, so you can only go so far outside, and they were able to close in and tackle him for a loss.
Yeah, they used your boy over there, the 12th man, Sammy Sideline, right?
Sammy Sideline. You know something? He tackles pretty well, too.
He's tougher than an airport steak. And the Rams are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
As a rookie quarterback, that's exactly how you endear yourself to your teammates. Give it up for the cause. It's also how you end up on the training table, too.
Yeah, it's a catch-22. Coach doesn't like it. Teammates love it. Where do you fall on it?
Well, I fall on wanting to endear yourself to your teammates, but pick your spots. Be smart about it. They need you for the full season.
Yeah, the rookie's going to learn as he goes. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. They'll look to run with Akers. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Cam Akers taking it in from a yard out. And the Rams are on the board first on the road here in L.A. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Bengals have recovered it. So they went for 2 and failed. They didn't use him on the PAT, but now he boots this one away with a 6-0 lead. Taken at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. That's complete to the tight end Sample. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Now the former Texas A&M Aggie. This is Travion Williams. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? 6-0 our score after one. The coverage unit out there thinking pass on 3rd and 3. Off the draw, here's Williams. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. So on 4th down, on comes the left-footed punter, Kevin Huber, to punt it away. This is brought in at the 21. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
To throw again on 2nd down, Lance. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. So the completion gets him just a yard, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hekker to punt it away. And it's a fake here on 4th and inches. And the fake will work. He's going to have a first down. Now this worked, so I guess I shouldn't be nitpicking too much, but they only had a couple of inches to go. Why fake punt?
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. If you're going to go ahead and try and pick it up in that short of a distance, I wouldn't even go into fake punt formation. That's like using up a big play for no reason at all. Leave your offense on the field and pick it up. But again, what were we doing? We're nitpicking, right? Because they did get it.
It worked.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Von Bell. And the Bengals are going to get the football here at their own 23. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
And the Rams got it. They bring him down. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack. Well, every time I see speed like that off the edge, Charles, I just don't know how these offensive linemen do it. I would think that they would get called for holding every play, and maybe they should have been called for holding on that one.
Yeah, maybe not just holding, but sometimes you end up setting back in the offensive backfield a little bit farther to try and help you with the edge. That's a penalty as well. Sometimes you overset, they'll come inside of you. That's what speed does. It disrupts an offense, and right now, you've got to pay attention to this edge rusher on every single down.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. His guys have the lead as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Bucs set to get the football first, and they trail here as we get started in the second half. Brandon Wilson now a hit and a loose football. And now the Rams have got it going the other way. And he will score. Touchdown, LA. A big play there. Taking it in. And the Rams come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. So a big play there. Not only the fumble return for the touchdown, then they get the 2-point try. And, you know, for the defense, though, they were just over there sitting on the field. They had to rush out to try to defend that.
You know, it's funny. They actually practice situations that they call sudden change when the team turns it over. I guarantee you no one practices a fumble return for a touchdown like that, and now someone goes for 2. Really good strategy by them putting them in that situation.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Here comes Darius Phillips out of the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
First down. Here's Burrow. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Extra point by Anderson, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. This fielded right at the goal line. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
And that is incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Lance. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Let's see who this is on. Now those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. Here's Lance. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. All told, it's a loss of 8 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Lance looking to throw it. Caught on the right side by Jones. Touchdown, LA! A great effort there. 30 yards. And the Rams get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive, interception. This drive, the touchdown pass.
I like how you described it, solid, because you don't get extra kudos for bouncing back if you're going to be a big-time quarterback. You're supposed to do that. But at the same time, when you're a rookie, that's...
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And would you believe it? This is caught in the end zone. And the fake extra point works to extend their lead by 2. And that's something you almost never see nowadays. When you fake it, you're at the 15-yard line on a PAT as opposed to just going for it from the 2.
I'm sorry. I know they got it, and congratulations to them, but it's just not a good play. I mean, the risk-reward is really off the charts. Not in your favor. Run your offense out there and put it on the 2-yard line if you want to go for 2. But I'll be darned. They ended up getting that one, didn't they?
Cincinnati set to take over once again. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind. Going to be the total here.
He's got it. It's Higbee. Touchdown, Rams. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Rams are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he floats one there, incomplete.
I know they're not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. To return it, Darius Phillips. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Good push up front in that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they're able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roll.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's second down.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Morgan. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. Here's Kevin Huber now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he'll go ahead and field. Now they try a lateral, but it doesn't work. It's a loose ball. And this will be gathered up in the end zone. And that's a defensive touchdown.
But that's got to be so disappointing for a defense. You force the fumble, think you got a chance at a turnover, and instead, not only do you give up the football, you also give up a touchdown as well.
Yeah, you just think to yourself, you've done all the hard work, right? You forced the fumble, but when they didn't come up with it, I think they relaxed a little bit or maybe lost their focus as well, and it ended up turning out to be a touchdown against them.
This one fielded at the 5.
A lane opens here. He's past the 30.
L.A. set to take over again on offense.
The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
Well, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those memories. But, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that, a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL, in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now was dominating and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right? As the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You've got to know what's going on out there and how it all happened.
Well, obviously, that begs the question, what game was it?
That was Seattle hosting Los Angeles, the Rams.
Yeah.
Their second meeting of the season, and the Rams turned it around from the first one and blew out the Seahawks.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away.
Here's a run with Akers on second down.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. From the gun, they give to Tomlinson. And he'll be brought down, but a tip of the cap on the spin move as that gives him a 1st down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Ball at the 8 here for 2nd and a yard. Maybe a touch less. On the give, this is Akers.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Flush to his right. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
On 2nd down, Akers. And a good display of footwork will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. Play action. Now it's Lance.
Sliding out of the pocket. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Congratulations on yet another victory. Now, you can go right to the next challenge if there's another one available, or return to challenges to receive your reward. Charles and I set for this Madden Ultimate Team matchup as we get a peek some of the stars in today's game. Well, will they be stars? Will you be a star? We'll find out. Let's play. The ball on the tee, we're set for football. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis.
This taken in at the goal line. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25.
Play action. Now it's Brady.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Snatched by the safety and Reed. But he'll take this back down inside the 20. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing. But to give him this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10, and he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they've got to be thrilled to have this game still at 0-0 after the interception thrown on the very first play of the game.
They certainly do. What I enjoyed was watching him on the sidelines, because as the defense came off, he was there to congratulate him and really say thanks, because he threw the interception. It didn't turn into any points.
On second down, here's Gibson again.
And down he'll go at the 25. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
First carry for Najee Harris.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. Again, get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
On third down, here's Harris. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. They're going for it. This is Harris. Oh, on the defensive side, that is so deflating.
Not only is it deflating, they've got to look in each other's eyes on that side of the ball and take each other's measure. You've got them backed up, perfect situation, and what they said to you on the other side is, we don't think you can stop us. Went ahead and got it in that position. That should never happen.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Throwing now is Brady. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40.
And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game. That was nice work there defensively to force the incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Forced out to his left.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least, it'll be 4th down.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll start on the ground with Harris, and he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. Steps away to his left. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's a give to Gibson. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down and about the length of the football. They'll run with Gibson. And he gets the 1st down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Brady to throw. He gets it complete to Harris. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. Got it, man. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Ahmad Rashad there to make the grab as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point by Anderson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Anderson to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're still in search of an initial 1st down as they come up here 1st and 10. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Marcus Davenport, the 1st rounder out of UTSA, with a sack. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. Gets through and now an opening. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. Extra point by Anderson, up and good. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. And now a fumble. Brady loses the football, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Following the fumble recovery, Perry. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
From the gun on third down, Brady. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I was
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Perry eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Ravens are going to get the football here at their own 23.
They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And, Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
Going up top. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to get this deep on the Carolina side of the field. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Brady going to throw. They'll roll him out right. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
They'll try to run with Gibson.
And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. 2nd down and goal. Brady. And he will not get away. He's sacked back around the 3-yard line. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Anderson's kick is good.
So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. Taking it about the 1.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this second half.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 36. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. But that one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third.
And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 13. The 40. Past the 20. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
To throw on second down. Perry. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. A great effort there. There to make the grab.
And the Panthers on just 2 plays have taken the lead.
And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, and if you have him, you use it because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
Anderson on for the extra point. Oh, and now they're going to fake it.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them
I was
to do
going to
that?
ask you,
What was
maybe
that?
they saw something on film, but do you see something on film with those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off right around the 43. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one?
And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. A great play there. 33 yards.
And the Panthers are able to strike quickly.